Hello everyone, this is just a little update to the previous video that I uploaded. The last video was kind of about how to transfer the new words that you've learned into your active vocabulary. And what really helps me in doing that is to make a little list like this, which is kind of like a table. And these are the, let's say, parameters that I use. They go all from the word that it is, well, the word that you want to record, obviously. It's the word class. You can also add little extra information, such as whether something is uncountable, for example. You should also use, or I recommend that you use a monolingual definition that you can find in a monolingual dictionary or a website such as merriam-websters.com. Then a translation, insofar as that's possible. And then also don't forget the antonyms. Those can be extremely helpful in really understanding what a word means, because just knowing the translation is not going to be enough, really, to really get a kind of a conceptual grasp on what the word really means. And then, finally, typical usage and collocations is perhaps the most important category there, because this is where you kind of like you get really introspective and you go like, okay, well, do I really know how to use that word, or in what contexts would I use this? And then you go and check whether those contexts that you would use the things in really exist, and whether this word is actually used in this context. And this is what you can use the corpus for that I showed you in the previous video. So this is where I record all of the typical usages from the corpus or from OSDIC that I find out, and once I've found enough, then basically I quit. For example, to accost, I have nothing, because I think in this case the translation is actually enough. But in other situations, for example, acumen is a very specific word, and it collocates so closely with the word political, business, and entrepreneurial that I made sure to write that down. So in the future I'm going to speak solely of political acumen or entrepreneurial acumen, and basically in no other contexts. And this is the list that I've made. Well, I mean, it's a long list, but this is my personal list. You have to make your own list, because actually the process of creating a list like this, and possibly also transferring that into a flashcard game for yourself, is really what the learning process is. There is 0 point in, I don't know, printing my personal list out to anybody and kind of expect them to study it. I mean, I guess they could, but I feel like 80% of the actual studying is already completed by the process of compiling this list. And this is what my recommendation would be towards you as well. Make your own list, record your own vocabulary, make it a little bit arduous, make it an arduous process, kind of. It has to come at a cost, it has to be work. And only if the process of recording the vocabulary is work will you really be successful in remembering it. In my experience, this is absolutely true. You might have a different experience. So this is all I wanted to fill you in on. Have a good day.